Since Tuesday's shooting in Texas, we have heard from prominent gun reform groups like Everytown, the Brady Campaign, and the Giffords Law Center. But there is another group taking a different approach to this crisis in America. Morning Joe reporter Daniela Pierre-Bravo joins us now to explain. Hey, Daniela.
Hey, Willie. It's called Project Unloaded, and it's catering specifically to teens and young adults, trying to reach them before they even decide how they feel about gun ownership. The group also stands out for another reason. It isn't interested in engaging on the political conversation around guns at all. The idea behind their latest initiative, SNUG, which stands for Safer Not Using Guns, is to provide young people with data related to being a gun owner and to educate them about the risks associated with it. And according to a recent Gallup poll, the main reason Americans are purchasing guns is for protection. That number jumped significantly in the last 2 decades. Project Unloaded is trying to flip that script, challenging the narrative that more guns make people safer. And they're meeting teenagers and young adults right where they're having these conversations and building community, online and on social. I spoke to the founder and executive director, Nina Vinick, about how they're approaching the conversation around gun culture and why they're taking a politics-free approach.
We're really taking a nonpartisan approach to this issue. And in fact, I think the partisan polarization around this issue is really what has caused this issue to really stagnate for so long. And I think it's why we haven't made more progress in addressing gun violence in this country. So we're really putting partisan politics to the side and talking to young people even before they're able to vote, even before they're, declaring a party affiliation, and really talking to them in a way that's very positive and empowering, and trying to keep the gun conversation outside of the, very polarized debate that we're all so familiar with on this issue. In fact, in our research, we learned that the polarized nature of this debate is really kind of turning off a lot of young people. They don't want to be forced to pick a side. And so we're not asking them to pick a side. We're asking them to get the facts and to make a decision that's in the best interests of their health and safety.
Project Unloaded isn't against larger policy changes around gun safety. It's just not their main goal. Instead, they're approaching it from a cultural change standpoint. In a similar way, the Truth Campaign influenced the decline in cigarette use among young people in the early 2000s. But it remains to be seen how much you can really separate politics from the conversation around guns. And I also spoke to Sari Kaufman for this piece I wrote, who was a student survivor in the Parkland, Florida shooting. She echoed what I've heard from many others her age, which is that any conversation about gun safety has to be coupled with gun control legislation.
It's an interesting approach, and I think most advocates would say we need a bunch of different ones to get at this problem. Morning Joe reporter Daniela Pierre-Bravo. Daniela, thanks so much.